Oh, what up? So, I've been meaning to do this. I have been tagging my videos as Protege54. As you can see, I did stop. I think the last one I did was May 29th. Let's go through here. And I started around May 12th. Uh, we could count Resident Evil 4, but that wasn't a part of it. I didn't tag it as Protege 54, but we'll give it honorable mention on the Protege 54. Honorable mention. So let's go ahead and just start running. We'll just start running something here. And we're going to turn down the mixer a little bit. So let me check my soundage. Okay. So with Protege 54, how I really got into gaming, I was a kid and young kid. I couldn't even remember when I started playing video games, but I got
Wait here.
good memory of kind of the things that I did as a kid, you know, with SNES and other games. And so the meaning of Protege 54 was my uncle lived in the house with us when I was growing up, and he was the one I always watched playing video games. This was Super Nintendo days and soon PlayStation days. So his birthday was 5/4. So for the month of May, I did nostalgic games. This wasn't one of them, but Resident Evil's honorable mention because uh, I watched him. I grew up watching him play some of the Resident Evils, specifically Resident Evil 1. So that's an honorable mention on Resident Evil. But if we're to go to like the start of my choice of it, um, the very first one I posted, which was the start like May 12th, was Symphony of the Night, which was actually a mildly short game, and that was on PlayStation. I very much remember watching my uncle play this. He's a huge Castlevania fan. I mean, I watched him play Castlevania so much, and I know he played the older ones, but this was the first one, like my first introduction to Symphony of the Night. So I I pushed through and I ended up beating this, which was the very first big one that I had planned, and it didn't take me that long. I want to say it was fun. It was so fun that I intend to, once I finish all my other games I bought, to just go back and mess around with it and actually enjoy it. Because didn't speed run, but I rushed all of these. So this one was amazing. I loved it. Never beat. I don't think I ever beat any of these as a kid around the time. They're just too complex, too hard for me as a kid. You know. Um, but that I would have to say, if I were to guess, would be my uncle's favorite game series. The next one is kind of indirect, and a lot of the beginning ones, a lot of the beginning stages of the game, I remember this, but I didn't see my uncle play it too much, but I remember he's the one who I think probably rented it and introduced me to it. Just like Resident Evil, I feel like as bad of a game as this was, Um, it was very nostalgic, and honestly, the puzzles on this were so much harder. I don't know how people figured out a lot of the stuff. I mean, back in the day, before walkthroughs and stuff, you had to spend a lot of time or ask around, like the internet. But this one was cool. I definitely rushed this one because it's out of my comfort zone. But it was a cool one. This one I was able to beat. I don't think I struggled with it much. I feel like it was an easy game. It's just not in my comfort zone of games at all. Survival horror, just I don't know. I know I play a lot of Resident Evil. Um, that's a lot. It's very much so nostalgic, very much nostalgia. This one I beat. I feel like I rushed this a lot and skipped a lot of stuff. And this was a hurdle for me in gaming to do. I definitely enjoyed it. We're gonna go on to the next one, and all these are the Protege54. I planned all of these. I bought them all, and I beat them. Just kind of to honor where I came from and how I got into gaming. And the next one was Mega Man X4, which I beat in astonishing 3 hours. Um, with this one, very fond memory going to Biggs. It was like a indoor shopping mall. Different than how you would expect a mall, in my opinion. But I remember going to buyback games in there, seeing them try it out, playing the stage actually, and saying, "Yeah, I'll take this." Um, this one, I watched him play so much. I watched him go through and beat the spider boss, beat the mushroom guy, um, fight the dragoon. I don't think I ever seen him beat the game. I beat this once I got older, but I don't think I could beat it as a kid. And it's mildly difficult. I think I spent a huge amount of time on the last boss. So my first encounter with the last boss was at the 2 hour mark. It took me an hour to beat the last boss. A full fucking hour. And I think I did 100% on this. Not 100%, but I got all the upgrades. And I think I missed a couple of E-tanks. I think I missed the E-tank just to finish it. Yeah, so I missed the E-tank. I was close to 100%. But 2 hours to this boss? That's good. And I haven't done this in a long time. So of course it was going to take me time to learn to beat it. A third of the run. So it's mildly difficult. Just because dodging the damage was so hard. If I stocked up on E-tanks and stuff and already knew the boss fight, it'd be very easy. It would have been easily a 210 run. But that's pretty damn good actually for Mega Man X4. Actually, let's check speedrun.com. Oops. Let's see. Mega Man X4 speedrun. I don't know why I didn't pop up. 41 minutes. So I mean, would have doubled it. That's pretty damn good. So, anyways, Mega Man X4. I mean, I beat this game 2-3 times. Um, I really enjoyed it. That one's always good to play every couple years. So let's get into Beyond the Beyond. I mean, I love this game. It was such a hurdle for me to play it, to beat it, to. I mean, if you look, and I did this with a guide, my recording time was 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14, 17, 20 hours it took me. And that's the recording time. So I didn't think I was going to be able to fit any other games in the month of May because of this, because of how long it takes to beat. And I figured during my day off stream, I would level up and do grinding stuff for like RPG games take. The reason you have to grind in this game is because it was designed for you to like go into a dungeon, do a part of the puzzle, leave, level up, or leave, buy more items, go back, do it again. And you're supposed to spend a lot of time in the dungeons figuring out the puzzles, which is the way the game was intended. Well, if you have a walkthrough, you're not going to be going through and figuring it out. You're just going to boom, 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 which is what I did. Now, if I wasn't like strapped for time to get these done, because I wanted to do it all in the month of May, and if I didn't have other stuff that I wanted to take care of, I was trying to beat the timer to get into Elden Ring, Night Ring. I would have took my time because I really enjoyed this, especially when you get the second class part of the game. A fun game. I tried to beat it when I bought this maybe a year ago, and my file got deleted. I put 30 hours into it. So I mean, this was a very, very long game. It took a lot of commitment to keep doing it, to stream it. Not that it was hard. It was just a big bite of the elephant. But I'm so glad I did it. I seen my uncle play this a lot. I honestly don't know if he beat it. I'm sure he did beat the game, but I have to ask him. And, I didn't tell him happy birthday. I haven't talked to him in about a year and a half, maybe 2 years. And, that's a whole nother story. And I feel like because of where we stand, I still wanted to honor him because he's a big reason I love video games and play them, good or bad. So we'll move on from what I feel was like the one that would have broke me was Beyond the Beyond, commitment issue wise. And we're gonna go into the one. Oh, I forgot Bushido Blade here. Oh, Bushido is next. Okay, so I did Bushido Blade 1 and 2. I think I only seen my uncle playing Bushido Blade 1. But this was another one. I played it a little, but I definitely know that it was too difficult for me to understand. I was too young. I watch him play this all the time. It was a cool game as a kid. I don't have much to say about it. It's poorly made. The first one was poorly made. The second one, the last boss, was poorly made. They could have done so much better. The idea was so cool. But I don't have much to say about it. It's very nostalgic, and the idea is cool for a game. And I figure I would add this in, and I actually bought a PlayStation, and I actually bought the game. I think the day I decided I was going to do this. Cool game. And I did put time into it. I didn't just like play it once and then, oh, all right, that's it. I put 2.5 hours and 2 hours on that one. So we're going to talk about Siphon Filter, and we're going to talk about the garbage in this game. I mean, I want to find it. Because Siphon Filter, it was one of the first games like that to me. So it was real cool. I remember my uncle buying it the first time he played it, and it was so tight. The first stage was. But let's talk about my rage quit, because I wanted to beat this game, and I did eventually. But I mean, it took me 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 hours to beat. 12 hours, which was longer than my normal on beating games compared to what it takes people to beat. Now, on the when I rage quit, I just was expecting to blow through these, and the game is just unforgiving. It is so unforgiving. Like, you kill normal guys with guns, and then you see scientists and they're running around all stupid, and the scientists have better aim than everybody else. And if you don't go on the right pathway, you don't hit the checkpoint, which means you could spend 15, 20 minutes in the stage and then die, and then you got to start all over. But if you go the right pathway, you'll hit your checkpoints. And I wasn't, because I'm new to the game. I played the first one when I was a kid, and that was it. But my God, this broke me. I rage quit. I said, I'm done. I don't have to do Siphon Filter. I wasn't going to post it. I said, you know what? It's fine. I'll do other ones. Beyond the Beyond was all I expected to do among the other ones I did. And I genuinely quit. I rage quit. And I said, fuck this game. So I pushed on more. Then I get to this bullshit, which is close to the end of the game. And it's like, you developers really thought it was a good fucking idea to make it look like this. That this is what you fucking see. With drop-offs that one-shot kill you all over the fucking map. And it makes you start back over. And then if you get fucking seen, it's basically game over too. See, look at that bullshit. This game was amazing idea, good for its time, but fucking annoying the way they made it. Like, you really got to have your flashlight out, and you got to switch weapons by going to the menu screen, and then you got to fucking, it's just poorly made. I don't care how old the game was. It is poorly made. So yeah, you could be seen, but it's just a pain in the ass. Poorly made game. I hated it. I hated every moment of it. The first stage was cool, just like when I was a kid. But this shit, fuck this game. The idea was cool, and honestly, I don't even know how they got through to make a second and a third, which I have. I don't know. I don't know if the game gets better. Like, if they make it a little bit better, but God, I don't even want to fucking find out. It was that bad. This game, I don't know, bro. I'm so happy I had the courage and tenacity to get through this and actually show that I'm a gamer of all styles, and that I could do it and push through. Because this one really pushed me to my limits, not because it was hard. I've done Elden Ring. I've done hard games. it just was poorly made. And that's what made this one difficult. I'm glad I'm over this. I don't ever want to do it again. That game. So let's talk about Little Joe and Little Mackie. So I bought the SNES for a different game. We'll talk about it later. And I figured, well, shit, while I'm here, let's do Joe and Mac. Because I remember getting this on the SNES, or my uncle getting it. And we played this a lot as kids. Weren't good. I think the furthest we got as kids was the water stage. This one. I think this is all I remember as a kid. Now, old games are unforgiving, where they don't really have much of a save. You know, you die, you gotta restart. This game's unforgiving. Have you seen my stream was 2 hours long? And I didn't know there was a boss past this. Because I think the arcade version just had this. Then we get to this fucking stage. And this was new to me. And I mean, I was sitting at 0 lives. I don't know what I'm getting into. Never seen it, never had a guide on it. And I fight this fucking boss, which was crazy. It was really cool to get this far and to fight it. And we're talking an hour in. And man, I was so close on this. And I definitely had the wrong weapon for it. Stupid ass tires. And he was turning purple. Actually, I think I killed him there. I don't know how many continues there were. But I didn't know the game would force you to start over. So as you could see, I hit game over. And I died just walking to the boss. I was frustrated as fuck. I was committed to this. I put an hour in to get there. And it wouldn't let me hit yes. Game over me. So I had to restart. An hour in. As you could see, it took me another hour to get there and actually beat it. This game was tight. Oh, so I didn't kill him there. He's way more purple. So I pushed through on the secret boss and I did it. It wasn't that hard. It was just time consuming to get all the way there and have to do it again. Another one I could have just been like, yeah, that's it. But I pushed through and I beat it. That was a tight game. For sure. I don't know why my Elden Ring's uploaded. Anyways. Let's talk about Keith Courage. Turbo graphics. That's not Keith Courage. Turbo graphics. I remember my uncle buying one when I was older. And he showed it to me. And we played it, but we never threw down on it. I felt like he didn't want to force me into beating it. And I think in a way he kind of felt like we couldn't beat it. Keith Courage, I mean, I know it's very nostalgic for him. It wasn't for me because I didn't play it until I was much older. And it was like one night for like a half hour. He's like, let me show you what this game's about. And that was it. And I'm gonna be honest, the game was fucking hard. The last stage broke me I didn't. I honestly, once I got there, I didn't think I was going to be able to beat the game at all. And I think I've skipped like getting the last sword because I didn't want to grind it out. But I mean, this boss was a combination of two bosses, and it was just abysmal. Like, you got dodge, dodge, make sure he don't hit you. You have to really learn the pattern and like jump perfectly over that shit, duck perfectly. It was abysmal. See, that's how you're supposed to do it. And just dodge that beam thing. Nope. I didn't want to spend forever on it. So I didn't look at any guide. I didn't like watch a speed run in depth. I kind of was aware of some of the bugs. What the fuck? Based on the way the game played. And I bugged a boss earlier, and they call me Bug, ironically. So, I said, what if I could bug this motherfucker? And what did I do? I bugged it. This is how I was able to beat the last boss. But I did it. Fuck it. Fuck doing it honorably. And spending the next 2 hours grinding my face off. Because you have to go through the whole fucking stage again. I wasn't doing that. I'm happy to beat it and to honor my uncle. And I know I cheesed it, but fuck it. I did it. I worked my ass off on all the other games and this one. And I was just intelligent enough to take advantage of what the game handed me. So I feel like fair fucking game. And I beat it. That one was taxing on me, even though it was only a couple hours. That was hard. Now, the last one I did, I made a list, but the last one I did was Zelda: A Link to the Past. Now, my uncle, of course, had this. I remember this was one game that I watched him play, but he never let me play it. And I remember one day I asked him, I'm like, hey, uncle. I'm like, I was a young kid. I said, can I play this? And he said, yeah, don't mess up my file. Don't play on my file. Don't. I'm like, yeah, cool. I wanted to play on his file because I'm like, he's got all the cool stuff. You know, he had hearts. He had stuff. I could see it. You know? So, as a kid, I got the idea, well, what if I copied his file and played on it? Then I wouldn't be messing up his file. Which in this game you can't do as a new player or a kid. Because you don't know what the hell's going on. You literally have to like learn what is this and that and this. It's a hard game. Just without a walkthrough and learning it, you really have to spend hours and hours exploring the way the game was made. I ain't got time for that. This one took me some time to do too. Like, if we look at it, 4, 8, and then 5 hours, 13 hours. I put in work for surezies, and it was not easy, and I missed stuff. But you know what? If my uncle A sees this video and never got to beat it, man, I fucking beat the game for you. I beat all the ones from my childhood that reminded me of you. I know there's more, but I had a month to do it. And I mean, going through and beating as many as I did, I worked my ass off. Because I know the place we're in right now. I don't even have your phone number, you know. So the place we're in right now, I wanted to honor you, say happy birthday in a big way, and I committed a lot to this. And you know, you're the reason I am good at games and can play video games at the capacity I do. So, you know, one day I hope you're able to see this and just know that I want to tell you in a special way, happy birthday. And regardless of where we stand, you'll always mean a lot to me, man. I appreciate everything you do for me, have done for me. And regardless of if I keep distance or don't talk to you, always love you. Always. So I was happy to be able to do these for nostalgia in memory of you, and not that you're gone, but to appreciate you for real. So that's all I got. That is my Protege54. His birthday is May 4th, so for the month of May I did it, and I don't even want to add up the hours because I want to say it had to be close to 50 hours, dog. But I love you, Uncle. Thanks for everything, and I hope you had a good birthday, man. I'm out. Been wanting to make this for a while. I know it's June, but I'm happy I did that for you, man. I'm out.